Hello and welcome to Inside Cal Football presented by Dosanjh Family Auto Group. I'm your host, Justin Allegri. The Bears are 5-2 following a home win over North Carolina, and now they'll head back on the road against Virginia Tech. We'll talk about both those games with Traverse Family head football coach Justin Wilcox, and we'll hear from former head coach Jeff Tedford, who was just inducted into the Cal Athletics Hall of Fame. All that's coming up in a moment, but first, let's head back to the highlights against North Carolina.
The next play you're in is going to be the difference in the game. You guys got me? Sure. So you play it that way every play till that thing hits zeros, okay? The next play you're in, focus. That play is the difference in the game. You fight and you fight until we regain that momentum. Let's go fight these dudes. Fight on 3, 1, 2, 3, fight!
From California Memorial Stadium in Berkeley, there's just something about a perfect fall day here at Strawberry Canyon, and that's what we have tonight. It's an ACC matchup that features two teams coming off of a bye week. The Bears, they take on a North Carolina team led by 6-time Super Bowl champion head coach Bill Belichick, and they come to town desperate for a win. Should be a good crowd for Hall of Fame weekend here at Cal. It's the Bears and the Carolina Tar Heels on a Friday night in Berkeley. Here's the snap and a blitz coming. He throws to his left and it's complete at the 15-yard line, turning it upfield, getting past the 20, and the ball comes out at the 24-yard line. Bears say they have it, and they do! In a blink of an eye, a turnover on the first play from scrimmage, and the Bears are in business, 1st and 10 from the 23.
Luke Farrelly pursuing that from inside out. Cam Signey ripping that ball out and making the recovery. Outstanding job of ball hawking by that Bears defense.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line of the Tar Heels. JKS out of the pistol, and they will hand off up the middle. Raphael burst to speed through a hole along the far hash. Has a first down, and it's an 11-yard gain to the 15. It's been 3 plays, all of them on the ground for Raphael. We'll see if they stay that way here. 1st and goal, RPO, a fake. Now it's JKS running to his left. He'll scamper into the end zone. Touchdown, California.
The first 3 runs were all in the A gaps. You get that same A gap fake inside. Everybody dives. He goes in untouched. Still got the jersey clean. I don't even think he broke a sweat yet.
I don't think so. He didn't need to from 25 yards for that scoring drive. And it's 7-0 California with 12:48 to go in the opening quarter.
Good job, Pam. Way to run hard.
It's back to Gio Lopez out of the gun. The left-handed quarterback steps into the pocket, throws to the near side. Cade Uluwave just obliterated the receiver, and that's the tight end, Connor Cox, at the 31-yard line.
Cade Uluwave read that the whole way and went old school tackle. He went straight center of his forehead into the sternum of Cox. That hurt when they came down.
Handoff now, and Hall running to the left, breaks 3 through a hole, bounces off 2 defenders, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. And it ties it up with 4:48 to go here in the first quarter. 5 wide on this 3rd and 5. Blitz coming, JKS deep drop to throw over the middle, and making the lunging catch is Hamper for a first down to the 42-yard line. Clock at 2:57 remaining in the first. Raphael jogging to his right, stopping now with 4 receivers, rush of 5. JKS fires over the middle, this time on the crosser to Jesus. Oh, what a spin move at the 40-yard line. Gets down to the 35 of the Tar Heels. Another first down and a big gain for DeJesus. Double tight end left to Jesus is the tailback here, as it's a keeper now for JKS. Option to throw, throws out to DeJesus, reaches back with a right hand, reels it in, turns, dives, pile on, touchdown, California! Acrobatic display from DeJesus.
JKS had him early, and he was late with the ball, late and behind. So to be able to spin back, catch that ball, and then get upfield and make the touch was impressive.
Maybe bring it back to JKS one more time. All right, out of the break, a toss to the right side, and this play is broken up, and it's again, Drew Polidor breaks it up for the Bears. Lopez under center, 1st and 10 from the 18 of the Tar Heels. The turn, the handoff, hit in the backfield. Farrelly coming around to make the stop on June. Lopez takes the snap, looking to his left. He's pressured. He's flushed from the pocket, rolls, runs, pump fakes. Cade Uluwave trying to slam him out of bounds, and he does with a shoulder right near the first down marker. They start on a 1st and 10 from their own 43. Lopez to throw over the middle, and a big shot taken to Ship. And that came from Drew Polidor, who lined him up and just decleated him.
Going into half, you regroup, you get on the whiteboard, you try to figure it out. Coming out in the second half, what you're going to be able to do with that football.
It's 14-10, California with the lead over the Carolina Tar Heels.
Two things to break the game open. O-line and D-line got to whoop ass. O-line, D-line got to whoop ass. And when the ball's in the air, we go get it. I don't care if we're on offense or defense. Go get the ball. Finish on 3. 1, 2, 3. Finish. Come on.
Open that can of whoop ass.
Mason Mini jogs to the right. Here's the shotgun snap, booting to his near side now. On the run, throws, and it's Raphael making the catch, breaking the tackle to the 25-yard line, running up the near side, and at the 31 has a first down and a gain of 8. And with 3 seconds on the play clock, they take the snap, they throw to the far side. DeJesus has got it one-on-one, stiff arms him in at the 50-yard line, runs to the right, gets to the 45, has a first down into North Carolina territory at the 44. 8 catches for 67 yards and a score for DeJesus here today. Now a toss play out to DeJesus, sweeping to his left side to the 40, gets a block from King, follows it, past him. Second down and short here. Hugh Adams has come in. They'll throw it to him in the flat on the right side. Mini the block. Adams springs free down the far side of the 25-20, and his speed on display as he gets out of bounds at the 17. First and goal from the 2-yard line, under center, JKS, 2 tight ends, and Raphael on the backfield. The handoff to him, follows the block from both tight ends, and vaults into the end zone. Touchdown, California. And a booming drive for the Bears to start the second half.
You needed that big drive. The offense was stagnant before halftime, so to come back in and to put some points on the board there, it's a great way to start it off.
Second and 3, handoff again, bouncing out to the right side, hit immediately and brought down. Well, that was TJ Bush with Paco Austin, under center Lopez. Toss play to Goss to the right side, gets a block, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They're still very much in this football game. Lopez takes the snap, backpedals now to throw. Off balance, throws to the 5-yard line. Big collision near the goal line, but he's into the end zone for a 2-point conversion.
And so it becomes a 3-point game.
10:29 to go, 1st and 10 from the 47. Lopez into the flat far side. Ferrelli with a good play to break it up, and a loss of 6 yards back to the 41. Lopez to throw, looking over the middle, slings it, has his target, breaking the contact, losing the football at the goal line. Bears diving on top of it in the end zone. And did he break the plane before the ball came out? Right now it's ruled a fumble recovery by the Bears.
He definitely did. That was Nathan Leacock and Paco Austin getting that ball back. What a huge play.
Rolling on the field is a completed catch and a fumble at the 2-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
A great punch out by Paco Austin.
I mean, that is an elite play. That's as good an individual play as we've had this season. Unbelievable play. The guy's momentum's probably going to carry him in all honesty. I don't know that he's going to, it's not a stop tackle. I mean, he's kind of coming from an angle. So really the only thing left is to attack the ball.
Now, you've played football for a long time. Have you ever made a bigger play?
No, I think that's a big play. I haven't made it in my whole career.
On the numbers, they weave it back to the near side, and that's, I think, an illegal forward pass. And this one finally is broken up and recovered by the Bears. And that's how the game comes to an end. And the bottom line is the Bears are moving to 5-2 overall this season with a 21-18 home victory over North Carolina. You had some secondary moves to get those yards after the catch. I guess just talk about that, because this is your season high in receptions and yards overall in the air.
Yeah, we knew that was going to be a big emphasis, especially on 3rd and 4th down. Fighting to get those extra yards. Even if we catch the ball behind the sticks, we got to break tackles and get those extra yards to get the first down. And so that was just a big emphasis that we had this week, and I'm just glad to be a big part of the game plan.
And if you have to pick one play in the game, Paco. Nice and loud, let's go.
Got it, Cam. Let's go, man.
Come on, Cam.
You know it. What? Tell the story. What? Tell the whole damn world this is bad territory. You know it. What? Tell the story. What? Tell the whole damn world this is bad territory. You know it. What? Tell the story. What? Tell the whole damn world this is bad territory. Hey, get a break. Family on me, family on 3. 1, 2, 3, family.
Cal moves to 5-2 following the tense 21-18 win over North Carolina. We'll step aside on Inside Cal Football presented by Dosanjh Family Auto Group. When we return, we'll spend some time with former head coach Jeff Tedford and this year's Hall of Fame inductee. That's coming up right after this. The Dosanjh Family Auto Group offers an exceptional sales and service experience to our customers. With 11 brands and 20 locations throughout the Bay Area, the Dosanjh Family Auto Group has Bear territory covered. Although we're a large dealer group, we strive to maintain the family-run business atmosphere and culture that started us off more than 20 years ago. Please visit CaliforniaCarOnline.com for more information.
I have a goal and a vision that through hard work and dedication can get to where we're competing for the Pac-10 championship and at a national level. They give us 2 minutes up here, and I thought I was retired, but now I'm in the 2-minute drill without any timeouts. So I'm a little anxious and a little nervous. 24 years ago, I was blessed with a great opportunity to be the head football coach here at Cal. I want to thank the AD, Steve Gladstone, for taking a chance on a first-year head coach opportunity in my life. Now, when you get to be my age and you're retired and you can look back on the players like Alex and everyone else who now in their 40s and they're running their own companies and they have their families and they come back and they talk about the environment and the culture that we had here. It wasn't just internally, but it was also with everything that you people here at Cal provided them and the pride that they took away from everything.
Welcome back on Inside Cal Football presented by Dosanjh Family Auto Group. Look who we found, the former head coach Jeff Tedford, who's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame this week. It's good to see you. How you doing?
Good to see you. Doing great. Thank you.
Well, it has to be a thrill for you coming back and getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. I guess just first and foremost, what are your thoughts on that honor?
Well, I'm humbled and honored for sure. You know, it's been a long time here and a lot of special people along the way that helped make this even possible. So it's always great to come back to Cal. We had a great time here as a family, and as many teams that went through here, it's a great honor.
I have to think you reflect back on your time here a lot. And we were just talking to some of the donors up in the Grid Club, and you were reminiscing on certain things. So when you do think back at your time, what stands out to you?
I think mainly as we built the program, because when we got here in 2002, there was a lot of things that needed to be improved. Obviously the product on the field, but recruiting great kids, surrounding yourself with great staff members, coaches, teachers, but great people. Mm-hmm. And then was able to go on a pretty good run and was very, very proud of the way our kids did it, watching their growth and development as people, mm-hmm. as in all areas, academically, athletically, socially, spiritually. I think that was the most gratifying because we had our share of success on the field, and ultimately it was awesome to see a new stadium built, mm-hmm. You know, that now everybody can enjoy and, you know, should last for many, many years to come.
Football has changed a lot over the last decade or so, and even more. Talk about how you brought in some of those big name players, because some of the greats of all time in Cal football history were under your tenure here. So how did you bring in those guys? What was your pitch to bring them to Cal?
Well, I think again it had to do with the staff. So when you brought them on a recruiting trip, I think they could see the sincerity of how we cared about them. We weren't trying to be used car salesmen with them. I mean, we were very honest with them, and I think we built great relationships with our players. And then your best recruiters are your players. because as the next group comes in, they're going to ask the players, hey, is it real? Parents are going to ask the kids, is it real what they do? Do they provide the academic support? You know, what's it like? So on and so forth. And I just think we hit the jackpot. We had a great junior college recruiting class with so many players, Aaron Rodgers, J.J. Arrington, Matt Giordano. You could go down the list. J.J. Arrington, all, you know, and we hit the jackpot. And then success breeds success, right? I mean, this is a great place. It's a great place to live. It's a great university, the strength of the Cal degree, the power of the Cal alumni, you know, so there was a lot to sell here for sure. And, you know, so we were just very fortunate to put a great group of people together that was able to lead a bunch of great young men.
After this game, we all looked each other in the eye, and we know that we held the rope all season long. Very proud of you. Seniors, you've done a great job. Love you all. Let's get after it. Our house, our axe, let's get after it.
I think what a lot of Cal fans love to see too is that so many of those era players are coming back and still getting involved and being a part of this program. Now, we saw you in Boston a few weeks ago. I know the 04 team was back last year. Maybe just talk about getting those guys back and still being a part of this program moving forward.
Well, I think that says a lot about the environment and the culture that we had, you know, because when you're dealing with kids from 17 to 23 years old, there's a lot of growth and development that goes on, and there's a lot of lessons that are being taught. And so it really is gratifying to see them now at their age, and all of a sudden they're in their 40s and they're running companies and they're having families. And to hear them talk about the culture, the environment, the experience that they had here. And it wasn't even so much about winning the football games. It was just about the camaraderie, the relationships that they built, and the special bond that they had. And I think we had a really, really special group. And so see them now caring so much about this program to want to give back. Yeah. They really take a lot of pride in not only what they accomplished, but what they want to see this program do in the future.
I have to think there are a lot of moments and memories for you that stand out. Is there any one in particular, a game, a play, something that stands out to you when you think back?
No, there's so many. You know, there really are. We played in so many big games. You know, bowl games. Gets a lot of really formidable opponents. The Axe, I think probably our first year that we won the big game and the fans stormed the field and carried the goalpost out down the middle of campus or something, down the streets or something like that. That was pretty crazy, but we had a lot of really good ones.
You still have the itch to coach at some point?
No, I like sitting back and watching and, you know, watching everybody else sweat. And I enjoy it, though. I have a lot of dreams at night about it. You know, I think once it's in your system, you do it for so long and so ingrained in it, you know. But I enjoy watching everyone else play. And a lot of my former coaches are now coaching, so I'm always cheering for them. And still have a few people playing in the NFL. And so, you know, I always want to root for them as well. But, no, I enjoy the game. I'm very honored and really look forward to being back in the Cal niche and rekindling some old times. It's always great seeing the people that were supporters. And the other thing is the friendships we made, besides the players and the coaches and the support staff, the friendships and that we made off the field, we'll cherish forever, my family and I.
All right, Jeff Tedford, thanks so much for taking some time with us, and congratulations.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
We'll take a break here. More coming up right after this.
It's a handoff to Lynch. Lynch a little stutter step at right guard. Breaks the tackle. Gets to his left. He's to the 45. Makes another cut. He's to the 40. To the 35. The 30. He's gone. Counted in the bank. He's to the 10. 5. Touchdown Bears.
The Dosanjh Family Auto Group offers an exceptional sales and service experience to our customers. With 11 brands and 20 locations throughout the Bay Area, the Dosanjh Family Auto Group has Bear territory covered. Although we're a large dealer group, we strive to maintain the family-run business atmosphere and culture that started us off more than 20 years ago. Please visit CaliforniaCarOnline.com for more information. Welcome back to Inside Cal Football, presented by Dosanjh Family Auto Group. We're now joined by Traverse Family head football coach Justin Wilcox. And Coach, let's just briefly talk about the UNC game here and your overall thoughts in that win. A close win, but a win.
Yeah, absolutely. We found a way, and that's a great trait to have. We've done that a couple times. The takeaways on defense, first play of the game, and really the last two plays, but especially the punch out at the end zone. Huge plays in the game, the difference in the game. Offensively, we did some good things. We got to catch the ball better. We got to be better in our blocking up front and on the perimeter. And then we got to do a better job in the field position on special teams. We didn't do a great job there. And we had a number of opportunities to kind of create some space in that game and did not do it. So we have a lot to work on, and we're going to need to play better each and every week, but I'm very confident that our best football is still in front of us.
You're a former defensive back. You look at that play that Paco made. Just take us through it in its entirety, because he's not going to make a tackle there at the goal line. His only option was to try and punch
the ball. I mean, that's as good an individual play as you'll see. I mean, it just, we talk about it. We drill turnovers and takeaways. We show every Thursday we have an FBI meeting where we kind of get into the game within the game. And there was a clip we showed with the 49ers and the Rams. It was similar to that, causing a fumble on the goal line when the back, in that case, was going to get in the end zone. Same deal. The guy's going to score. The only chance you have is to punch it out. Is an elite play by Paco, and he never quit on it. That's the message. I mean, some guys might pull up on that play. He did not, and what a phenomenal play, and gave us a chance to win.
It is a stark difference between this year and last year. We were sitting talking last year about trying to figure out ways to win these close games, finish games. Seems like this team has figured out ways to do that, whether it be defensive plays late, offensive plays late. That's got to be a sign of a good moving forward, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think those things create confidence that you can make them when it matters, and then never quitting on it and never giving up. I think that's a great quality to have as a team. Now what we need to do is just play better football in between, right? So we don't rely on all those things, and we have a lot of room to get better in all three phases of the game, and that's what we're focused on.
Well, it's a difficult environment this week at Virginia Tech, another Friday night. Talk about just getting ready for that environment.
Yeah, we crank the speakers up. That's all you can do. I mean, it's going to be loud. It's a great environment, passionate fans. They have really good players. I know their record's probably not what they want, but you turn the tape on and you see the athleticism, you see the scheme. They have really good coaches and players. So we're going to have to play better football than we did a week ago.
Yeah, well, it seems like there's two similarities, at least with the consistency in search for what Virginia Tech's looking like, right? Opposite in terms of the wins and losses, but they're trying to find consistency too.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, it's easy for us to respect the opponent when you just watch them. Yeah. I think sometimes, the media or what, obviously the records matter, that they matter, but when you turn the tape on and you see the players that they have and the schemes they have, I mean, it's very apparent they're a really good football team with good players, and so that's all we focus on.
We'll talk about a couple of players. Drones, their quarterback, dual threat quarterback, seems like he can make plays both in the air and on the ground. Talk about him.
Yeah, he's an elite athlete playing the quarterback position. He can throw the football. They run him. Not only do they run him, he's hard to tackle. Mm-hmm. People have a hard time getting him on the ground. He's a very strong runner. They do a good job with their scheme. Coach Montgomery's always done a great job offensively. And then they have, their backs are good. The guys on the perimeter, 0 and 3, are good, so they have weapons.
And they were doing a good job in the run defense up until that Georgia Tech game. Now, granted, that's a top 15 team, but they were doing well in that run defense. Is that something that's a strength for them?
Absolutely. Their front seven's very physical. The defensive coordinator, I've known almost 10 years, I guess. We were working together at Wisconsin. Sam does a great job with those guys, but their front seven and those interior guys, those interior defensive linemen are a load. And Georgia Tech is an exceptional run offense, so I wouldn't really look too much into that, but they're a very good front seven.
All right, Cal on the road against Virginia Tech this Friday. It's a 4:30 kickoff on ESPN and 8:10 a.m. on the radio. That's Traverse Family head football coach Justin Wilcox. Coach, we appreciate the time.
Thanks. Go Bears.
All right, that does it for this week's episode on Inside Cal Football, presented by Dosanjh Family Auto Group. We'll talk to you next week. So long for now. The Dosanjh Family Auto Group offers an exceptional sales and service experience to our customers. With 11 brands and 20 locations throughout the Bay Area, the Dosanjh Family Auto Group has Bear territory covered. Although we're a large dealer group, we strive to maintain the family-run business atmosphere and culture that started us off more than 20 years ago. Please visit CaliforniaCarOnline.com for more information.